because greater is he who is living in me and you than he who is in the world. I love you guys. It's a Tuesday. Have fun. Morning, guys. It's been about 5, 6 days, 5, 6, 7 days, 6, 7, 8 days, 8, 9, 10 days. I don't know. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button. I'll wait. And subscribe if you find this content relevant. House Bill 6666. I want to make a video on it. Might lead somewhere else, who knows? We'll see. Usually does. This is a Jesus biased channel, so I love you guys, but that's the most important thing. Okay. So House Bill 6666. Aside from that number being ironic, or whatever you would call that, a short summary of it is this. It's to authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants to eligible entities to conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 and related activities such as contact tracing through mobile health units as necessary at individuals' residences. Really. And for other purposes. Yeah. So, and you'll also hear it called you'll also hear it called trace. They're tracing you. Trace stands for testing, reaching, and contacting everyone. They're calling it the Trace Act. Trace Act, Trace Act, Trace Act. You'll hear that a lot. Yeah, there's a whole lot in this bill here. I'll put a link to it in the description. But you guys could see how this could be abused. You could see how it would be a little intrusive. You know, them coming to your house and wanting to give you testing, going door to door, which you have the right to refuse, okay? If they open the door and they say, hey, we'd like to test you, you have the right to refuse. That's all, that's all. You just do that. But they're gonna give you, mark my words. If you guys remember a video I did probably a month ago, 5, 6 weeks ago maybe, it was probably about a month ago, talking about this first pandemic was engineered. This first pandemic was hammed up by the media to scare everybody into saying we need a change. We need a regime change. We need a change in healthcare systems. We need a change in how we go forth with do testing. We need a change in the government and how they operate under a pandemic situation. We need a change in all this stuff, how we do our day-to-day business, like wearing masks, and then like you see all the shops, they have signs on the floor saying you gotta shop this way, you gotta shop this way, or whatever, you go in this aisle and out this aisle. This first pandemic was to raise the awareness of everybody it was to raise everybody's awareness so that they could implement these bills, because they couldn't just come in and make all these changes to Congress and the House and the government and the president and his cabinet, and like making new positions in other countries and quarantining all this stuff. They couldn't just come in and just do all this stuff, because immediately the public would probably be up in arms, and there'd probably be a militia out on the streets. There almost is right now. And So this first pandemic was to get up and raise everybody's awareness to it, just so they would have a reason to change all these bills and to enact bills such as this one here. Where is it at here? HR 6666. So they would have a reason to put this stuff in. I don't usually see two trains at the same time crossing each other right there. So this first pandemic comes in, they change all these bills, but that was just the groundwork. That was just the foundation. You don't just come in and build a house on the sand. You don't just come in and build a house on whatever foundation you find. Just on the grass or whatever. You come in, you lay a foundation, you dig it out, you lay some more foundation, you put a basement in there, you do all this stuff, and then you start putting up the structure. And then you put a door and everybody walks in. Because actually, in this case, they're building the house around you. There will be another, whatever you call it, they'll call it something. I don't know what they'll call it, but they'll call it something. And then you can tell that it'll be that pandemic when everybody's lost their mind about it. Or seemingly, it will seem like everybody's lost their mind because of all the constant bombardment of media sources around you talking about that one thing. Because for one thing, when a pandemic like this strikes out and it's affecting everybody, you got those guys who are trying to make money off of it, who don't necessarily know anything about the pandemic, but they know that it's a hot topic and they know that it's trending on Google and everything, so they're gonna make a video about it. And they're gonna try to monetize it. So they're gonna get on there and they're gonna say, hey, I've got these pills, I've got this product, you should get your food storage, you should get your water, get your supplies, get your all this stuff, your bug out bag. You're gonna have those guys who come up just because it's trending on Google. You're gonna have those guys come on and trying to monetize those things. Then you've got the government, or all the guys who own the mainstream media like CNN, CNS, CSNBC, NBC, freaking everything. Okay, there's look up, you can do a quick Google search, who owns all the mainstream media channels, or who owns all the media, and it's a very small group who owns all that stuff. So they're all going to be having the same narrative, okay, just naturally. That's how it is. It's going to seem like everybody's lost their mind, but you'll know that that's the pandemic or whatever. And then they'll use that second pandemic to enforce and utilize the powers and the authorities that they've just given themselves, like this bill here, to come into your house, or keep you from going to Walmart or something unless you have a mask, or keep you from doing anything, because when that second one comes out, there's probably going to be a vaccine for this first one. And if they were smart, which they are, they have think tanks for things like this, it will be another outbreak of COVID-19, or another strain that they're going to call it. They're going to say that it mutated or something. They're going to say it mutated, and you need the vaccine that we've been working on because it works on this one also. And the vaccine is going to be the mark of the beast. Okay, so and who knows how long it'll be before that one comes? Who knows? But they're going to say it. They're going to put it under the disguise of there being a second pandemic. Guys, just be mindful of that, because that's just the way it is. That's just the way it's going to happen. On top of Donald Trump is also mobilizing the military within the United States to help with administering tests, just groundwork. So you'll see the military patrolling around when this second outbreak comes out. You'll see the military, as well as these mobile health units that are just stated in this bill. All these things are happening for a reason. That reason is to get you to wake up, okay? I don't have anything to sell you. I don't have a thing to sell you. I love you guys. All these things are to get you to wake up. It's my maintenance man, Jerry. He's a cool guy, man. Anyways, it's to get you to wake up and realize where you're actually at. You're on planet Earth. And some stuff's going down, okay? And there's a battle, there's a war. And the spoils of this war are your soul. The spoils of this war are your time, your focus, your attention. your works, what you're doing during this time. Those are the spoils of this war. And the spoils go to the Satan. He wants all your attention, he wants all your focus, he wants you to be fearful. He wants your soul, he wants you to give into him. He wants you to rely on him and trust in him. He wants you to do all those things for him. Those are his spoils. But don't let him have those. We're not fearful. This is the greatest time to ever be alive. This is the greatest time to fight for what you believe in. And I don't mean punch your brother in the mouth, if he disagrees with you. That's the last thing you should do. Because if you get up in arms and start wrecking ship, they got all the more reason to bring in the military and shut you down. And I promise our U.S. military. Why do you think the U.S. military complex or industrial complex is so large and so powerful? It's so that they can take care of domestic threats, foreign threats, as well as domestic threats. Because they're not stupid, guys. There was a civil war and it changed things. There was a civil war and it changed things. They can go back throughout history and there were civil wars, and the civil wars turned the tide of things. They don't want that happening. If you get up in arms with your militia, they will shut you down. I promise, okay? Don't give them a reason to. But hey, if you're gonna fight for what you believe in, I'm a traditionalist. I believe in owning your own firearms. I believe in conservative views. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in you should be able to take your kids to the store and do whatever the heck you want because you're the parent. I believe in all those things. So I will support you, but I'm just telling you, if you're pulling a gun and sticking it in someone's mouth because they're trying to do these things, it gives them all the more reason to wreck ship. It gives them all the more reason to do what they're saying they're trying to do in the name of freedom, which we all know that's a load of bull. Because it's not in the name of freedom. It's in the name of them trying to do what they want to do. It's just their narrative. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video, but I hope you guys don't mind. I'll try not to ramble. It's kind of hard for me not to sometimes because this is a very important topic. It's very important. Hit the like button. All right? For me. Come on. I'll wait. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. If you're brand new, my name is Dylan Brown. This is Yum Yum. I love you guys, okay? Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. They're gonna try to get you scared. They're gonna try to get you to move you from your position, meaning your beliefs, and get you to compromise all these things. They're gonna try to get you to flinch, but don't. Because greater is he who is living in me and you than he who is in the world. I love you guys. It's a Tuesday. Have fun.